Welcome to Ontario Public Library Week. Chatham-Kent Public Library is hosting a virtual how-to festival. Learn something new in 20 minutes or less. We have a whole week of activities for all ages to participate alongside us as we post your videos on Facebook and YouTube. How-to kits for some of our activities will be available. Kits will include supply lists and instructions for you to follow along. Numbers are limited, so registration is required. To register, you can call 519-354-2940, text 519-401-7174, email cklibrary@chatham-kent.ca, or register in person at any one of our 11 branches. Come along and have some fun with us.
Hi everyone, this is your tutorial for your how-to beginner watercolor project. This is what we're going to be doing during this tutorial. It's a very simple wet on wet technique for the background and then a little tree doodle on the front. So included in your kit will be a watercolor palette. It won't look exactly like this one, but it's a watercolor palette with a selection of colors. You will get a paintbrush, and you will also have some paper provided. You will need to come up with some cardboard. It can be anything. You just need to be able to stick that down onto it. Some masking tape, container with water, pencil, and a Sharpie. Let's get started. All right, so to start off, we are going to tape our paper down to the cardboard. This will keep it couple of things, keeps it stable, and it also helps to keep the paper flat once we're starting to wet it. So when we tape it, just make sure your tape isn't too sticky because you're going to want to peel it off at the end. So we're going to tape it on, leaving a little border. I'd say that's probably a few millimeters, a half a centimeter there. Okay, so and then my last side. I find that having the borders taped off, when you peel it off at the end, it gives it a really nice finished, almost professional look to it. Okay, so first off, I'm going to make a little tree doodle in the center. You're going to have a few examples put onto your instructions in case you need any ideas. If you don't need ideas, you can just go and use your imagination. Just something whimsical and easy. Nothing too complicated. I'm just going to add little leaf shapes onto the end of the branches. Just make the stem a little longer. There we go. Okay, so once you're happy with your tree shape, you can get your Sharpie. This is a permanent marker, so if you weren't able to come up with a Sharpie that's permanent, you can leave this step till the end. But I'm gonna go over my tree shape. Because it's permanent, this will not bleed when we start putting on the paint. This one there. Okay, that looks pretty good. So I'm just going to erase some of my pencil lines before we get started with the paint. There we go. So now we're ready to start with the paint. So the technique that we're going to be using for this particular project is called wet on wet. And it's probably one of the easiest things to get started with. So this means that both your brush and your paper are both going to be wet. Kind of the neat thing about this, once you'll see when we get going, is how the color moves around on the page. So I'm going to go ahead and wet my entire paper. So you want it to be fairly wet, but not soaking. But if you find you don't have enough water later on, you can always add a little more. I guess one of the fun things, and I guess one of the frustrating things about watercolor, is that it's unpredictable. So you kind of just have to go with the flow and enjoy your end results. Okay, so I've got my paper covered with water. I'm just going to pick it up. If you kind of hold it back and forth against the light, you can see if you've missed any spots. And I can see right here, there's a spot that's doesn't have quite as much water. So I'm just going to wet that. So you want it to have a sheen, but not be soaking wet. There we go. All right. So now I'm going to start adding some color. I'm going to start with some blue up in the sky. Just going to make sure my brush is quite wet. And I'm going to dot it to the page. And you can see once you do this, then the color starts to bleed out. You will have, this is just a very basic beginner set of paint. So different types of paints you get different results with, but this is just to give you the general idea of what watercolor painting may be like and if you enjoy it. So you can see how this is reaching out towards the sides. I'm going to put a little more in here. You can cover right up your tree, and then I'm going to maybe pick some yellow and add it in here. Okay, so once you kind of get a section done, you can pick it up and tilt your paper so that the colors really blend together. So you can see there's some nice blending in here. Kind of looks like a sky. Now I'm going to start on a different area. We'll continue on with some blue. Make sure that you clean your brush in between switching colors. Let's see, try a little bit of this. See what that looks like. One of the important things to remember though is that remember what the colors are going to look like as they blend together, and then it's going to be a pleasing shade instead of just like a muddy brown. So I'm just going to soften this up around here. And you can see how you're starting to get some purples in here as the yellow and the blue blends together. Okay. Let's see. And if the paper's drying out too much, just add a bit more water. Okay, so I'm going to start maybe adding a little bit of green on the bottom here. I'm going to add a bit of this yellow in with it just so that it's not quite such a bright looking color in there. Maybe a little bit more of a fall look. So add some more blue. Purple, just for fun. Okay, so now I'm going to pick my paper up again, just see if I can blend some of these colors together. There we go. So I'm just going to touch up the sides here so we don't have too much white. There. And that is essentially all there is to it. So I just took off a little bit of the excess water that had pooled towards some of the corners, and now it is time to take the tape off. So you want to go fairly slow because you want to try to keep your line nice and crisp there. It doesn't always work, but we'll do our best. So there's, oh, this is coming pretty good. So you can see how it just gives a very nice finish to your project, which I kind of like that. Oh, see, I'm peeling a little bit of the paper off, but so far not too bad. Maybe I'm going to start at this end and see if I can. There we go, that's better. And because the edges are dry, it's not going to come beyond that barrier. And then our final piece. There we go. That worked really well, actually. There we go. So there's our final project. This you could use even for front of a greeting card, or just put it in a frame and enjoy it in your home.